What's up guys, it's CJ and I'm back, and I'm actually doing this episode with two of my friends, Lynn from No Larping Matter and Mundi from Mundi GUTSPLITTER. So check out their channels, the description has all the links and everything that you'll need, but definitely check them out and show them some support. So we're just going to be doing this as a sort of a get to know you sort of thing for GoatTube, which is just the Goat Riders Horde YouTubers just coming together in collaborations every now and then. So without further ado, we'll get the questions going. I've got my friend asking the questions, so we'll get right into it.
Okay. My name's Warlock, and I'll be asking all the questions. What is your biggest regret in life?
Biggest regret out of character is showing off a little bit and trying to flick my mask off, my Jindala mask, which is a really heavy 3D printed Black Panther tribal mask. I was shifting back into my human form and I thought I could do it by doing a little flourish, and the mask swung off, caught on, I don't know, my ear I think, and it smashed me right in the mouth, and I still have scar tissue there to this day. So the moral of the story is don't show off.
Yeah, well, that one's easy.
United Realms Treasure Hoard!
United Realms Treasure Hoard.
Just look at it!
Now, there's quite a story behind the United Realms Treasure Hoard, but to keep it as short as possible, United Realms was a web shop that I started back in 2015, 2016. Among the items I was selling on that web shop, I was selling my own United Realms brand coins. To give you an idea how much this treasure hoard is worth, these coins I had made, custom made to my specifications with my design, and that cost me over $2,500. A modest retail value of the United Realms treasure hoard would be around $3,000. I couldn't even sell it for $1,000 on eBay. And any less than that, and it's worth more to me to keep, because frankly, it looks and it feels awesome.
What is something epic you want to pull off or have pulled off in your LARPing adventure?
Well, for those that don't know, I'm in a warband called the Goat Riders. We make the cliche Chaos warbands look like a lawful evil organized society. So needless to say, we really stir the pot. Us Goat Riders are spread across multiple states here in Australia. We're not as official down in Melbourne anymore, but we're really going strong up in Sydney. Much to the lament of many other LARPers. For me, the ultimate epic achievement would be to gather all the Goat Riders and go to a major European LARP, such as Mythodia or Drakenfest, and do something that really leaves a mark.
As somebody who runs a game, it's really hard to come to a LARP incognito and try and do the I'm a mysterious assassin thing. So one day, the goal is to be able to come to Cicadia and have nobody recognize me. Until I open my mouth, I suppose. But yeah, I'd love to be able to pull the wool over everyone's eyes and just be unrecognizable and blend into the background at Cicadia one day.
How and when did your LARP journey begin?
It's journey, just read the page.
I'm reading it off of the page. When did your LARP journey begin?
The journey for me began with my older brother Nick. He took me to my first LARP event and I thought it was going to be a lot like this, which it wasn't. Some people were. Some people were embarrassing. But for the most part it was just people having fun, and that's what you're really there for. You're not there for the most amazing immersive kit. You're mainly there just to have fun and enjoy yourself with your mates. And after seeing a few people swinging swords around, I thought I'd give it a go, and I think I'm like 9 or 8 years in, and I haven't stopped.
Many eons ago, my friend Chris and I decided that it would be a good idea to do a web series about LARP. And when we realistically thought about it, we had no actual experience with LARP, so we thought we'd go along to a local LARP group and see what it was about. So we went to a LARP called Journeyman, and then we went to a LARP called Clans of Elgart and got a taste for LARP, and honestly I thought it was the dumbest, most stupid thing on the face of the earth, and I'm a drama teacher, so that was my stance on it. Chris convinced me to keep going back, and I did a lot for a variety of reasons, and fast forward 6, 7, 8-ish years later, and now I'm running one. So I always tell people, it may look a bit silly, you may feel a bit silly doing it, but don't knock it till you've tried it.
What is your local LARP missing?
The United Realms treasure hoard.
Our LARP is missing a really cool immersive venue. We have a really awesome venue that we use for our weekender events, Wombury Scout Camp, and we adore the guys there. We have a great relationship with them, but we don't have a Cryle Castle, for example, in New South Wales, and when we were planning Cicadia, we looked at venues that were close to public transport, affordable, because we didn't want to be charging a buttload of money for people to come and play. We wanted it to be as accessible physically and financially as possible. So we don't have a really cool immersive venue, don't have much shade either, but we do have gazebos and a really big hill that we can run up or down or fall down.
I'd say just what Lynn said, an immersive location. Swordcraft is my local LARP at this point, and they are in charge of a property out in Nuji, but they haven't utilised Nuji yet. So we've been there, I think, once or twice, and then since then nothing's happened with it, and people have been really yearning for something that they could go to and build on and develop, but at this stage it's just a big paddock. So once they've got the ball rolling on that, which I think they're starting to do, but don't quote me, yeah, I think it is going to be something special, but for now I'll stick with Periphery, because Periphery lets me build, lets me be creative, and lets me do whatever I want. That's the freedom that I think all LARPers are pretty much chasing.
How did you come up with your character?
Ooh, this will be interesting. Right, I'm going to go with GUTSPLITTER. How did GUTSPLITTER come about? Well, a local LARP group here in Canberra, the 100 Swords, they put on a special battle day where they wanted to incorporate orcs and goblins into the scenario. And they asked that people, put on green makeup and dress up as orcs and goblins and try and fill an orcs and goblins army. I think I was the only one that arrived wearing the body paint, dressed up as an orc. I didn't even have an Orc Mask at the time or any orc-ish armor at all. I just painted an airsoft mask green and put a ratty hood on over the top. That's it. Now in that LARP we had Insta-Kill Rules, where if you could get behind someone and then drag a dagger across the front of their belly, that was instant kill. In that battle I scored 11 insta-kills, and on one occasion I got 2 people at once. At the end of that battle, one of my LARP friends, Bryn, came over and he said, "We're naming your orc GUTSPLITTER." That's where he got his name. Now fast forward a year or two later, and I finally decided to take my orc roleplay up a notch, and I got around to buying myself an Orc Mask, repainting it a lighter, vivid green, and making all the armor that you see GUTSPLITTER wearing nowadays. The personality of GUTSPLITTER, just this muckabout, ex-retired assassin orc who's just had enough.
I am Dayro. Simple. We created our characters to be exactly like us, with just a little bit of a hype up in certain aspects, but he's a douche, he drinks, and he likes to fight. So it's pretty much exactly who I am. I love drinking, I'm a smart ass, I love getting under people's skin, and well, I can't fight anymore because of the old ticker and the old lungity dung dungs, which are full of lungity dung dung juice. I can't really do that anymore, so fuck. But yeah, I definitely pretty much created everything about my character to just be me and make it easy for myself, and then just turn it up a little.
I think I've answered them all now. Now I need a drink.
Okay. My name's Warlock